They were fun-loving. The teachers spoke highly of them. Never heard a bad thing. Just good kids. And, being in the profession, you understand the value of a great kid.
Following a tragic plane crash, one high school in the East is mourning the loss of 4 of their students. More from school officials on how they're remembering the lives lost.
Plus, communities hold vigils and fundraisers for the victims' families. Some of the other ways they're showing support in the midst of tragedy.
We continue to follow the news about a hotel project being withdrawn in New Bern. I'm Kaylin Richards in New Bern with the community's response and how they're saying they're able to breathe a sigh of relief, while others say this is a loss for the community.
It's just amazing the people that have come together to support the families and support this effort.
The outpouring of support down east continues tonight after Sunday's plane crash off the Crystal Coast. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Watlington.
And I'm Angie Casada. Thanks for joining us. The Carteret County Sheriff's Office is suspending its search efforts as a second passenger is identified. This as communities continue to mourn the loss of those aboard the plane that crashed off the Carteret County coast on Sunday. East Carteret High School is coping with the internal loss of 4 of their own. 9 News Side's Claire Mollet visited with the principal on their loss. Right now, she joins us live from outside of a Beaufort church where a vigil is being held for the victims.
Angie, Ken, yeah, the entire county is mourning this tragedy. Right now, I'm outside a church in Beaufort, which is one of many gathering places where the community is coming together for remembrance and reflection. Another is the high school where those students attended. I visited there today, and their principal told me just how this loss is affecting the school community. Since Hurricane Florence, the Down East area has used the term Carteret Strong to describe the tightly knit sense of community here in Carteret County. Now, that term is once again surfacing all over social media. Principal Westbrook says the acts of kindness and generosity across the area is exactly what Carteret Strong means.
I don't think it'll ever feel the same because of the hurt and the loss we have of our 4 Down East boys. I think we'll be resilient and we'll come back again, and it'll be something great again. I'm not sure what that looks like.
Westbrook adds that at ECHS, students are so close, you notice who is missing from the cafeteria at lunch, and now there will forever be 4 missing faces.
A lot of these kids went Atlantic Elementary from kindergarten to 5th grade and then moved on to Down East Middle, and now they come over here to East Carteret. So there was 14 in that 5th grade class, and now we have 10.
And while staff at ECHS is grieving just as the students are,
our staff has the heart and the ability and the compassion and the love to help all of our students through this. The community, we will band together. We'll be there for each other.
Westbrook adds they have been providing counseling and other services to help students and staff that are struggling through this tragedy.
For more intensive situations, we have individual counselors. We have integrated mobile crisis. So we have for the short term, the ability to meet the needs of our students.
And as those needs are being met, the entire community is invited to Ann Street United Methodist Church for a vigil. That vigil began at 6 p.m. and it will continue until 7 p.m. Live in Beaufort, Claire Mollet, 9 on your side.
Claire, thank you. And during these tough times, our community's strength can be felt, and that is the case down east.
9 on your side, Cheyenne Pagan spoke with local businesses and even a rival school in the area about some of the ways they're showing support.
There's an overwhelming feeling of sadness and grief. There's also an overwhelming feeling of love and support for one another.
From fundraisers to blue ribbons to the hashtag Carteret Strong or the prayers for Down East signs all throughout the county, all showing how this community is reeling but coming together after this tragedy. Rival schools to East Carteret High, where the 14 victims went to school, are sporting their team colors of blue and gold.
When it comes to tragedies like this, we are sisters and brothers and friends and family, and so we come together.
And on Thursday, they'll wear camo in honor of the thing the 4 boys love to do the most, hunting. East Carteret High is also hoping to have a camo out game at Friday night's basketball game against Pamlico.
We're going to support them.
Lookout Grocery started collecting donations to give to the families on Monday.
It was just a natural reaction to just help, anybody that was involved.
And on Saturday, the owner of Surf Shack Eatery will host a fundraiser for the families. Owner Ashley Surface says she knew some of the victims personally and wanted to help in the best way she knows how, by cooking.
We want them to know that they're not alone. We are hurting with them. We want to bear one another's burdens, and comfort those that stand in need of comfort.
Surface also says there will be others at the event with t-shirts and stickers to sell, with those proceeds going to the families as well. But that's not even all the ways the community is coming together. Head to WNCT.com where we have a full list of those efforts as it continues to grow. In Carteret County, Cheyenne Pagan 9 on your side.
Tracking crime tonight, Jacksonville police are investigating after several incidents at Jacksonville High School during Friday night's basketball game against rival Northside. Officials say they're looking into what they're calling rumors of shots being fired. Police do ask if you have any information about any incident at that game to call Jacksonville Police or Crime Stoppers.
And in Pamlico County, sheriff deputies arrested this man, 36-year-old Andre Guinness, after finding evidence at the scene of a drug overdose in Arapahoe. Authorities searched his home and found heroin and cocaine, among other drugs. And Guinness is facing several charges, including trafficking heroin and being held at the Pamlico County Detention Center under a $750,000 bond.
A discussion that's drawn a lot of attention to New Bern is now coming to an end. The Kessler Development Group announced this week they're withdrawing plans to build a hotel in Union Point Park. 9 on your side's Caitlin Richards spoke with New Bern residents and officials on their reaction to the change of plans.
Many community members were upset over the possibility of a hotel coming to a portion of Union Point Park. But on Tuesday, the Kessler Development Group withdrew their plans, leaving much of the community being able to breathe a sigh of relief, while others say this is a loss for New Bern. New Bern locals say they don't have a problem with a new hotel coming to New Bern. They just don't want it at Union Point Park. The development group backed out on the possibility of the hotel project at the park, leaving many in the community happy, as they say the park adds to downtown New Bern and is a special place. But city officials say that with the hotel not coming to Union Point Park, it's a loss because the hotel project would have been for the betterment of the city as far as attracting education and business opportunities.
Well, New Bern's lost out on things before. They lost out on regional airport because of some things, and they lost out on a semi-pro baseball team because of these type things, and they lost out on East Carolina University coming to New Bern because of these things. So we'll just see how we can continue to offer positive progression in our city without a $75 million improvement.
2 other projects that the Kessler Group are wanting to bring to the city are going on as planned, but the Union Point Park project is going to remain a park. In New Bern, Caitlin Richards, 9 on your side.
And looking ahead to Friday, there will be a candlelight vigil to honor Brandon Hardy at Homestead Memorial Garden. You may remember Hardy was killed by Robert Green back on January 1st after going to his girlfriend Belinda Matthews' home. No arrests have been made, and the case is now being reviewed by the district attorney. The vigil will be held at 6 in the evening.
Lawmakers in Raleigh are hurrying to meet a deadline that will impact how this year's election goes forward. We're getting our first look at the electoral maps they're redrawing after the state Supreme Court threw them out earlier this month. The court found Republicans illegally gerrymandered the districts they drew for Congress and the General Assembly to advantage their party. They told them, the Supreme Court that is, to redraw the lines by Friday. Republicans are now unveiling their revised plans, and analysts say the new maps likely would lead to Democrats winning more seats than they would have under the maps the court threw out. Republicans, though, would still likely win a majority in Congress and the state legislature. Democrats say they're still trying to negotiate changes.
The maps are definitely improved because the bar is pretty low because they had, extreme partisan gerrymanders in.
The General Assembly has until 5 o'clock on Friday to submit those new maps to the court to consider.
Up next, your complete Storm Team 9 7-day forecast. Quiet weather in the short term, warmer temperatures for tomorrow, but eventually a chance of thunderstorms. We'll talk about weather alert days next.